Subarashi. How about we share this with the chat? Direct message. Live chat. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas, as my mother would say. Let's see. Chess.com. Bay, did you lose?
Maybe. We'll see.
Who's here? Identify yourself. It's not my laptop. It's my brother Hero's laptop. I wouldn't know. Yep, they're twins. They're adorable. Yes, they live with their father and his wife. Yeah, they run a tight ship. I'm visiting them. Duh. Who else is here? Hi, Ed.
Yeah, I won.
How emasculating.
She promoted her pawn, and then I beat her.
So you won? Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Samuel to get on the chat.
Well, now I'm here, so.
Can you still hear us okay, Brogan?
What does it mean, oops, you need to activate your account? We sent you a confirmation email.
Because I forgot my password.
Do
for
that now.
Just I'm working on it.
Not fast enough. Beowulf.
That's funny, Eddie.
What's me? I mean,
What did you say, Ben?
Addy.
Hey, Samuel. Samuel. There's this thing called the ICC that's apparently better than chess.com. But
Well,
that's just FYI.
Reportedly. Personally, I prefer chess.com because chess.com is completely free. You can only get free courtesy access to ICC, which expires in a month. And also, while I haven't had a chance to check out ICC's other tools like videos and training modules, I think chess.com has better ones, just from what I've heard from other people. And I prefer chess.com's UI. It's a lot easier to navigate. Although that could be biased because I've been using chess.com longer. I'll really know more once I explore ICC more. What I like is that you have more control over the rating of computer AIs. So, who has autism?
Huh?
Not you.
Oh.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Do I have autism?
No.
What did you say?
David said autism squared,
Oh.
referring to you, Bay. That's cool. I'm
This is
cool with
plugged into the
chess.com.
wrong thing.
You must misunderstand.
I'm just
what
working on.
autism is.
I'm just
Oh,
working
that's
on
great.
logging in. Oh, what was that, Bay? Can you say that
I
again,
said
Bay?
you must misunderstand what autism is,
Oh, gee, that's interesting.
and it's also a spectrum now, not just a disorder.
Come on. I'm on several spectrums, probably.
Likely,
Not likely, just
Everything's
Yes.
a spectrum.
likely and probably mean the same thing. Well, not necessarily, because likely could
Why-
refer to a binary thing where well,
If
and
you-
probably is more of a scale.
Well, I need help. I don't know the PlayStation 4.
Aaron
Oh,
says
this
I
is
am the
PlayStation
spectrum.
4. I remember you.
No.
Is this charged? It is charged. Oh no, ow.
Stop dropping shit. It'll break.
It landed on my foot. Don't worry. If anything broke, it's my foot.
Well, that would also be sad.
Which
That's
save?
less
Was it
sad, but
on
still
Gears
sad.
where I played the Spooderman? I hope I don't
Yeah,
have
because
to update
mine
prowess.
is the only one that has a PSN account attached. So, and I think you need PSN to be on Spider.
Wenches of the world unite.
Who's a communist? Oh, that was probably my favorite question on the political compass quiz.
Do you want a piece of my hamburger?
no.
Oh, you don't. But you do. No, you don't get it.
Which one?
Is quote from each according to his ability, to each according to his need, a fundamentally a good idea.
Uh huh.
And the
Go
question,
on.
the question is a little more complex than it initially appears because
Uh huh.
when one observes it objectively, not taking into consideration the biases of whoever may have written it, just considering objectively the wording and no other message that it may or may not be considered to apply,
Uh huh.
then it
Immortal
well,
underscore.
idea doesn't mean well, thank you. I don't know much of you, but you probably are too.
She says stuff like that to me too.
Yeah, well, I deserve it more.
She says better things to me. So
Okay. Because
keep in mind.
Good
her,
idea.
Keep in mind her husband is watching. Right
good
now.
idea doesn't. Oh, thank you. Couldn't necessarily doesn't necessarily mean that it's being implemented in the extreme. So.
Isn't this top Keck entertainment thing?
Yes. For example, people could receive all that they need and give all of their ability in a system that is not a communist one. In fact, even in a capitalist, in a purely free market, and by that I mean without any regulation system, it's technically possible for people to give according to all of their ability and receive according to all of their needs. It's just improbable because people tend to be malicious.
Aaron, you know what I'm sweetly savoring right now? The sound of a voice other than yours. Just for the record.
is Aaron a boy or a girl? Because I wouldn't want to use the wrong pronoun.
She's a woman.
Okay. Well, if I was entirely autistic, then I wouldn't be able to speak to you right now. So
That's not necessarily true. Are you on FaceTime with people?
no.
I'm live streaming on YouTube.
Oh.
Well, I think in general, well, actually, by definition, it's a logical fallacy to attack the author of a
Shut up,
statement
David.
as opposed to the logic of the statement itself. So, whether or not you think logically, that's up to you. But, I think my argument stands.
LOL. She look what she said.
I think I do have autism.
No, look what she said.
Oh.
Sure, are you using my computer
Yes.
right now?
Yes. But I could use Bayes.
Oh, do you mean that the language of the question from and to implies
Change
that
it
things
to-
are being
change it to a
forcibly taken and
Spider-Man
forcibly
live stream.
given?
Well, you're on a chess game, so you're fine.
Do you mean to say that the from and to implies that there is some sort of coercion in that statement? No.
She's not actually a deep thinker, Bay.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Well,
I felt clever.
what do you mean it's not about charity? Because you don't have to give people things to enable them to receive them. They could take them, or they could produce them without taking them from somebody else. Just because there isn't some sort of social mechanism to give people stuff doesn't mean they couldn't have those things without taking them from people. There's such a thing as producing wealth. That's why we have wealth in the first place.
God damn.
Wealth comes from within.
No,
Well-
wealth comes from Wall Street.
Well, wealth exists in the form of natural resources. We simply transform it into other things that we can use.
Ultimate natural resources are patience and impatience.
Well, okay, how much does your patience help
yeah,
you
it's
in a
coming back.
frictionless vacuum? You'll still suffocate no matter how patient you are.
That's why impatience is the thing that's valuable in that context.
How much will your impatience help you in a frictionless vacuum?
Well, you might get the fuck out of there.
It's an infinite frictionless vacuum.
That's not theoretic. That's not a hypothetically fair thing to say. Bay.
Without real natural resources, your fake natural resources of patience and impatience won't help you.
Those are not. How are those fake? Bay? Explain how those are fake resources.
Because they do not exist in an infinite frictionless vacuum.
What is this magical fairy dust you're talking about, Bay?
A hypothetical situation that disproves your theory.
It's a magical impossible. The problem is it's impossible.
So you're saying that in order for something to be used, it has to be applicable in life instead of. No, I call him Christopher because that's his first name. Did he refer to me as Mr. Rumpf? No.
I don't even call him Xavier.
You're supposed to call each other by screen names when you're live streaming.
Ooh,
I
what
could-
should my screen name be?
Well, we could go by Xavier and Beauregard.
No, his
Xavier and Beauregard, attorneys
his
at law.
screen name should
That's
be
hilarious.
Beowulf R69.
I agree, Brogan. It's pretty fucking cool.
I'm fond of it. I don't think I would change it. People asking me, hey, what's your name? And I'm like, Beowulf. And they're like, well, how do you spell that? And I'm like the Dragon Slayer.
Immortal _ Arucard.
Javier. Yeah, well, it is originally from Basque, but there are other ways you could translate it into Romance languages, like Italian, for example. Saverio would be another way to say that. Not just Javier. But Javier, I mean, I'm not opposed to Javier. That's what Claire calls me.
I'm sorry, Samuel. What was your username again? Mr. Boy or something?
I thought he died when you were alive. Not in this game. But you can't like some lessons.
Takes one to know one.
That's true. Well, maybe.
That's how you do them.
You know what seems ironic to me?
Karma pads.
The existence of white supremacists in the first place. If whites are supreme, why do they need to argue that they're supreme? Just be supreme.
That's a weak argument.
That's what true white supremacists do. Then they get interviewed by BuzzFeed and they say, yeah, I'm supreme, so. Heil Hitler, all that good stuff. I'm allowed to say that I'm German.
Well, I am too,
I'm more German than you.
but I don't because I'm afraid of the liberal mob.
I hate myself.
Don't hate yourself. Let someone else do it for you. There's already someone out there probably.
What about being a warrior for all of life? What about that, Brogan?
Wait. What did he say? I want to read that. I didn't get a chance. Well,
Do.
I don't think it's wasted on me because Beowulf wasn't a white supremacist. He did other shit. And
Like Dragon's
those are
Blood.
other things that I could be proud of too. Like I slay dragons. That's a way that I live up to my name.
That's a great answer.
I slay the fire-breathing dragons on our YouTube comment section.
like you're doing right now.
Yes.
Thanks.
Can I be a moderator?
Got
You're
you,
not
bro.
very moderate.
You seem like a good moderator, though.
I think
She
that's
is,
just
she's
some
an excellent
experience.
moderator.
Oh, I'm on camera?
No,
No.
we're on camera.
We're on camera.
I thought.
Would you like to be on camera?
I want to see the
Show me
comments
the
again.
camera
Show me the
first.
comments. Show me the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah.
I'm just gonna play Spider-Man.
No.
What?
No, one is definitely not a white supremacist, and the other is a biologist. So I think that puts them in more of an objective stance, which makes it more difficult for them to be. But they're not anyway because they're both extremely liberal.
Have you ever
Like,
wanted to see
extremely.
Doc Ock's pelvis?
Oh, they want to see you, Hannah. They
Why do
want to
me?
see you.
No. That's because I made no. No.
I'm not. I
I
won't.
played
I won't.
Spider-Man. I can't.
She.
I won't. I won't show you.
It's she.
I didn't say he.
No, they did.
Oh, Rick. Hold on. I blame. What? Have I been roasted?
No.
No.
Well, well, it depends on what kind of biologist you are too. But
What? It depends on what kind of biologist you are.
I don't think so. Well, they both are. I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
obviously, but
Can you flip someone off?
I'm trying to figure out how to initiate a game.
yeah, no,
my,
it's very
my,
difficult for Christopher to do anything quickly. He usually has to have someone else do it for him.
My username is immortal_Arucard. ARUCARD.
Damn. Oh, this is why the game's rated PG-13 because he said damn it.
Our society, censorship.
That's a hilarious thing to say to me when there's proof to the contrary, David. David, whatever.
It seems like Davide really just grizzled your Pepsi right there.
He did grizzle my Pepsi, thank you.
Grizzling someone's Pepsi is a really mean thing to do.
I agree.
Can I get that on the shirt?
Yes.
Are you that YouTube famous yet?
No.
Well, not yet. I might be. Hey, I might attract more viewers to your thing just because, I mean, they wouldn't come for you, but me, I'm different.
Okay, so they
I'm a
wouldn't,
natural
they
person.
wouldn't come for your older brother. They'd come when they come. They would come after they get with you.
That's too delicious to rebut. Alright, where do I see my requests? Let me see.
I
Well,
don't care, Doc Cock.
maybe.
Cock Doc.
I think some things are
His
easy
name
for
is
everybody,
Doc Ock.
like lying to oneself.
Right, his name is Doc Cock. So he's Cock Doc. Whatever.
Play. Connect. Mr. Boy wants to be friends. Yes, be friends with Mr. Boy.
Don't be friends with people because friend ends with end. You don't want to have
I believe in never dying, so.
Just have furs. Just have fries, not friends.
Okay, let's see.
I promise YouTube viewers I'm completely sober. And have been all of like a month.
How do I challenge you? This is frustrating.
Okay, go to play. Okay. Now go to, what do you want to play, daily or live?
Let's play live.
Wait, no. You go to invite. You go to go to live. You go to new chess game. Wait, just hit new. Okay. Play a friend. Play a friend. Play a friend.
No, I'm just accepting this with.
Oh. See, it started. You're losing time. You're losing time.
LOL. I have so much time though.
Distraction. Ah!
Hey, don't make me hurt you.
You couldn't hurt a fly.
All right, Samuel.
Oh, my opinion. I don't think I deserve to give an opinion. I don't have an. I don't have enough information. I don't really want enough information because that's none of my business. And even if I had an opinion, it wouldn't be my place to dictate how another person lived their life.
Why did you abort the game, Samuel?
Because I'm distracting you,
Had
probably.
it been by.
You're not giving them your full attention.
I would absolutely focus my full attention on the game.
Pull up the comments again.
Why can't I do that?
Cue the Skyrim skill screen. Autism increases to 60.
I think he means I'm level 60 and you're level 48.
Well, how would you be more than me?
More autistic than you?
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, obviously.
Because they worship me as some sort of totem pole of autism.
How so? I mean, if it was ever inside the house in the first place, how is it flying out the window now?
Oh,
That's what I thought.
I did it.
Wait, so you're saying my brother is more autistic than me?
Well-
is that what you're saying, David?
Since when was autism
I'm
a
talking faster
competition?
than you.
We can all be
I
equally
have something I'm
autistic.
responsible for.
I want ice cream. I had my
Don't ascribe intent to me. If I'm trying to do something, I'll probably tell you.
If I wasn't completely broke, I would pay for ice cream right now. But I am.
Samuel, are you there? Let's go. Yeah, it says Mr. Boy has disconnected and the game will auto resign in 2, 42, 41,
Wait.
40.
Debacle. Debacle. That's a fun word, isn't it? Debacle. 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 It's a very modest Death Angel.
You could try playing daily instead of live. If you're
You
having
don't-
connectivity errors, that it would give you more time to move around with.
That's true.
Is it chess.com?
David,
No,
you don't
it's
understand.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
All the autism he has, I taught to him.
That's not true.
I love you can just run around in the world.
A, you're accepting an incorrect definition of autism, which one should never do. And B, you can teach me everything.
It's locked.
Yeah, only most of what you know.
Some of it.
Most of the important parts.
Some of the a good number of the important parts, but there are some important things I learned for myself.
What was that, David?
Jeez, Grace.
Trying to anyway.
Can't use brand names.
Play
Trying to use-
daily. All right, I'm going to daily instead.
Well, okay,
of-
so when one resorts to using the definition of a word to win an argument, that's the height of irresponsibility.
New game.
Because
One day.
people don't usually accept that sort of
Just
thing.
right.
What's the point if they wouldn't?
Play
They're all
friend.
perfect.
Username. Mr. Boy.
Also,
Autism, a developmental disorder of variable severity that is characterized
Samuel.
by difficulty in social interaction and communication, and by restricted or repetitive patterns of thought and behavior. So if I had difficulty with social interaction, I probably wouldn't even be doing this right now.
I bet you.
That's funny.
You know what else is funny?
I'm proud to have an MMR vaccine. It's called
Okay.
science.
Okay, some people like the asshole, but I like the whole ass.
Okay, Samuel, let's go.
Oh, it's funny.
It shouldn't be a problem if you temporarily disconnect anymore.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Need something to move all those over.
Oh, your brightness? Oh, is your battery running out?
Yeah, even though I'm plugged in.
Which
Right.
one
It's called not having an iPhone.
Cool. I'm just waiting for your move.
iPhone. I hardly even know her. Was that a joke? I don't know.
It was hilariously not a joke.
Mine was a joke because it wasn't a joke. That was the irony. Except explain it.
Irony makes a lot more sense when you explain it. Thank you.
Thanks, I think, Brogan.
Wait, is it broken or brogan?
Brogan.
I thought he was broken. And I was like,
LOL.
that's an itchy name. But like, seriously, what parent would name their child that? They must have been
A
like,
broken parent.
well, maybe.
Jesus.
Hi, Ross.
I'm pretty confident.
You don't like my laughs?
Yeah, no one likes your laughs.
Well, tough.
Right, that's not TMI at all.
Go ahead. I did it! I think. Did I do it?
Did you make a move, Samuel? Because I don't see it.
You have to click the check.
Oh, dang it. I'm not used to that.
Time is 7:15.
I should have homework actually.
Hey, you should get on Twitter.
My Instagram friends like my cat more than me.
Uh-huh.
'Cause no one likes you.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
What, Samuel?
Oh, they want to. It's they want to see the board. People watch.
Oh, duh.
Do you want some? Yes.
That's my name.
That's not chocolate.
See what an idiot she is?
It's dark chocolate.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't be able to judge without actually meeting her, but
I like chocolate.
I'm starting to.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you like my chocolate?
I try not to judge people without meeting them. It's
Which would you prefer?
He does sound like a
Yes,
fag, that's true.
You mean like a smart person that dumb people insult because they're jealous?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, thank you.
If you met him though, you wouldn't take offense.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't generally take offense.
I created an Instagram to follow one person, and somehow like 4 other people found me.
A lot of people call me Wolf, but it's weird because that's also what they call my dad. That's not how it's spelled. If you spell it the other way, then it doesn't sound that way. Because you can hear the spelling if you're paying enough attention. See, bay is like an eh sound, but bay is like more of like
Samuel.
an ae sound.
Okay.
Kind of like difference between.
I want to know
Like the difference
what's
between-
happening with you, Samuel. Why haven't you known?
How cold is it outside? Because I have to walk to the bus stop. Let's see.
I mean, that's what my teachers all
Some
call
kind
me.
of polymer, really?
Wow, it's a lot of prescription.
You could just say my entire name, but that would be weird. Just call me, hey, you. That's fine. We can't use that term anymore. We have to say intellectually
My fault?
challenged.
Oh, okay.
Dude, my battery is still falling. This is fucking ridiculous. What's your phone on?
You're not using my phone.
Why not?
Because that's on 6, and also because that's my phone.
Jeez. Maybe I'll just stream. Oh, I should stream with the laptop.
I'll probably
The difference is
be
Boo
back.
isn't my name.
The difference is you can, if you visualize the spelling,
Yeah.
you can get over
Seems
yourself.
best.
It's B-E-Y.
And why would you care how it sounds?
Exactly.
Because bass sounds gay.
That's the number one thing I always ask her. Why does she care?
I
She
mean,
cares so much about
do you
things
want to
that
be
are
as Bay?
ridiculous.
Because maybe then you would care, but it doesn't sound like it.
Still waiting for Samuel.
Plugs cord into ear socket.
You know who else plugs their cord into their ear socket?
There's no point in looking at the board if Samuel can't make his move. What? Sent me a challenge? I'm currently playing a game with you. What?
Go to online play, not live play, Samuel.
Oh, I think I did it. Clever girl.
You'll have to actually accept the challenge.
I did it. I did it.
It might have come to you in form of a message. Okay, so
If you go to play and then daily chess, it should pop up.
yeah, you might have to click on the game before it actually starts.
Yes, this is a clusterfuck, Samuel.
I'm not sure if 600 IQ is even possible.
You know what else isn't really possible?
I don't know. I mean, we have no way of definitively knowing that anything is impossible.
Wait.
There's never enough evidence.
Samuel, do you see the same thing I see?
She got it. Ooh, NC6.
Awesome. Now we're rolling. Did you see what Aaron said?
What did Aaron say? No, I can't because you're angling the phone away from me. Disagree. Nothing is impossible.
You guys know with so many fake
Only highly
telemarketers
improbable.
out there really are quite a lot of phonies. I'm gonna...
And anyway, nobody keeps a job forever. The more important reason is why you leave something than that you left it in the first place.
Where is the exit to the building? This is harder than any puzzle in the game because
Your phone has a stupid screen. It wraps and shit.
Peter, come on, you don't.
Define gainfully.
That's something to say.
What?
I would caution you to wait and see, but you have to click the check.
Oh,
Oh my
crap.
god. What?
All right, it's your move again, Samuel.
What is it?
Well, that's a classical career, but keep in mind, as we enter the digital age, employment or how we consider employment is going to change. People have new ways of communicating, and that means people have new ways of doing business. E-commerce is an entirely new sector of the job market. So, and even when you think the classical concept of employment, which is that one earns enough money through the job and through Social Security to retire comfortably after a certain amount of time, is going to vanish as programs like Social Security just start to crumble and collapse because the government isn't doing enough to fix them. Besides, wage growth isn't growing nearly fast enough to meet with the rising demands of a
What are
society.
you talking about?
Well, okay, think about it this way.
1%'s wage is growing exponentially.
Think about it this way. People buy a lot more than they ever used to, too. Instead of just, your food and your house and your car, now there are TVs, there are cell phones, there are so many luxuries. And people who make poor fiscal decisions spend so much money. Well, inventions like credit, for example, let people spend money that they don't actually have. They end up spending that fake money on things that they can't afford and don't need, like, for example, a sports car or a really expensive TV, and that ends up ruining them financially. And the economy isn't providing for that sort of irresponsibility, or rather, I guess it couldn't provide for that sort of irresponsibility. And that's why the notion of a classical career in a climate where wages aren't increasing necessitates either greater financial literacy or some sort of general increase in the welfare of the people that could account for that sort of thing.
That's not a bad.
What do you beg for, Aaron? Let's hear about your life.
Don't be so what's the word?
Harsh.
Inquisitive of your quote unquote viewers.
Huh. Well, then why? Then maybe they shouldn't be so inquisitive of me.
Well, you're streaming, so you're not supposed to have privacy. They're watching, so they're allowed to have all the privacy they want.
I can still challenge them.
I guess, but they have no reason to respond.
Just like I have no obligation to respond to them.
True, but if you want viewers, you would want to respond.
Which is why I'm challenging them.
Because you think that'll improve your viewers?
Controversy sells.
CCC. Controversy creates cocks. I mean, cat. Oh, I can reflect missiles now. Oh, yes.
I want to play a game of chess, but not so well.
You should play with someone in chat, right?
I wouldn't be able to because it's on your account.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty suit.
And anyway, I'm pretty chessed out. I played like 8 games today.
What's that?
You're welcome, David.
Ooh, the pseudo-Spanish variation.
David.
It's only pseudo-Spanish because they crossed the border about a decade ago.
I know a guy, his name is Davide, but he was Italian. He was kind of hot.
Most things are a
He
challenge.
had a 14-year-old girlfriend. He was 17. That was kind of creepy. But don't worry, he was Italian, so other cultures, you know? Did I mention he was Italian? I don't know.
Who is Italian?
Davide.
Who?
A friend of mine.
You had an Italian friend?
Oh, I've had multiple.
Cool.
That's what she said.
Oh,
But that's not a really good joke.
I know, that's the point.
That sniper is gonna shoot you. Nice.
That looks like a really cool game.
Christopher, you like Spider-Man, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorites.
Imagine like an open world Spider-Man game.
oh wait. Oh, Paul. Boop. I just hit the ground. I mean, that is technically.
Oof. It's getting heated.
Spider jizz, jizzing all over the walls and
See what a mongrel she is.
Hmm.
Spider jizz. Look at that whiz, he's spider jizz.
I think
Spider Woman doesn't have.
If you don't,
spider
you
jizz.
will.
I think excessive violence is one thing, but it doesn't define a person. I should know.
You know you can
Because,
do this. You can
well.
distract an enemy by shooting an object.
Samuel, I'm having
And
fun.
then while they're split up. You
Who's
all
up?
You can do
No
shit
one.
like that.
Ugh, but they pinned your knight.
I don't. Not, that's not a problem.
When you assume you make an ass out of you and me.
Oh yeah, it's so. Can I web throw people yet? Do I have that ability? Oh, I can. Okay.
If you do, I'll say a prayer for you. I'll say a prayer to myself.
Just coming from an anti-theist.
Anti-theist? Is that like
Oh, I know what you mean.
an asshole atheist?
Basically.
Kinda.
Basically.
That's what it sounded like.
Your powers of perception are impressive.
I get that a lot. You know, my eyes are really bad. Ow! Why you could deflect this? I
It's
can't
like a hit with the
it.
rocket, and then the guy batons you.
I'd like to see you try, Aaron.
Oh, look, he's tethered to the rafters.
Now I'm up.
We look.
What
okay,
happened?
You see, he's,
Show me the
see,
past
he's
couple
totally
moves.
led to the rafters. What happened?
Wait, you hit with the...
Wait, no, I don't want.
What? Come on, you can do better than that.
He's dead.
If I had made that mistake, I would have just resigned and asked for another game.
How do I heal?
Because,
Not that big.
It's
I would've-
just soul crushing to make that.
Oh, there we go.
well, and it's not really indicative of one's true level of skill when
I
you make,
agree.
like, when you make a simple perceptual error like that.
I agree.
A person would deserve another chance. Like, if I was playing against you and I made that, you would probably let me take it back.
Right. I might even insist.
You might even insist.
We can. Oh, I didn't do it. Let's see if I can Oh, damn it. I should have.
Wait, I want to read that. I don't think he had. I was talking. First of all, we're both talking about Mr. Boy. I think Christopher has an incredible ability to play chess, seeing as he occasionally beats me.
Yeah, aka more often than not.
Occasionally.
AKA more often than not.
I'm sticking to my guns here. But we should settle it. Dude, hey, we could play a game on this and... Oh, well, we have a board. Why would we do that?
Right.
Yeah, I just realized.
Although it is easier for them to see it
Is it?
like this. Yes.
Yeah, it's true. But it's not the same.
It is not the same. I agree.
Oh, that was so sick!
Ross thinks he's making fun of me because I use Hector and Gamma instead of Hotel and Golf.
Well, technically, Christopher, it is Hotel and Golf.
Yeah, I don't care though.
So he's not necessarily making fun of your choice, but saying that you're incorrect in choosing to do so.
And I don't care that I'm incorrect because I think it sounds better.
Well, and besides, the whole point of using the system isn't to use one
wait,
word or
what
another.
do you even mean incorrect? Incorrect on whose
That's
authority?
exactly what I'm saying. The
Right.
whole point of using the system isn't necessarily to use one word or another,
Oh.
but just to use a word instead of a letter because it makes it easier to tell.
Exactly.
I mean, you reach a point of diminishing returns when you start arguing about which words are more clearly, even if they put that much thought into it in the first place,
What?
which words are more clearly
Boom! Why are you hitting yourself?
audible to with a certain letter.
Oh, wait, I've what? I can take it. Okay, Spidey drone.
Except that it really doesn't matter. Who said we're using that system in the first place? What if we're just using our own system that's very similar to it?
Usual Blake MO of being clueless. That's what he thinks of me. Hashtag here's what they think of you. Thank you, Ice
Oh, I can
Cube.
whip through the same enemy multiple times to proc that. Oh, I got that. Ow. Oh, my foot's asleep.
That sentence wasn't even legible.
Just very asleep. What?
I mean,
Good thing we're not subject to the will of any international bodies.
a good thing we're not trying to do this to be correct or anything. I mean, one might even think we're just trying to have fun. But I guess that would be a crime in a world where everything has to be a certain way all the time. Oh, wait, it is. except that's called Soviet Russia, and we live in America. I love it. How is using a world recognized system better? Is the world recognizing our chess games?
It's inferior to deviate. Tell that to every successful random mutation in all of history.
Tell it to every successful
you absolute pleb.
Unsuccessful.
Tell it to every successful entrepreneur who ever created their own business. Tell it to every successful politician who started a new era in politics. Tell it to every successful inventor who invented a new way of doing something. Deviation is what builds our society. If you can't change, then you're stuck in the past. Nothing will ever come of you.
Did you just try to... You tried to pistol whip me with the rocket launcher. I mean, I guess.
Hilarious. I don't think it's whip. At that point, it's more of a bash.
Oh, dude, I love how in
What?
Well, that depends on how you define a communication system.
Wait.
So do you think of a communication system as something that it's better to have standardized in order for it to match between more people, or something that you know is going to change at certain points and that you accept, at least in that regard, because you know that certain changes might be more beneficial? It just depends on your approach. Do you want something to evolve and grow, or do you want it to stay the same so you can spread it to more people? I don't think either is immediately better than the other, but one may or may not have greater long-term consequences.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch a superior streamer on Twitch now.
Huh. Well, yes, but it's different because the letter number system is meant for recording, and the communication system is simply meant to communicate. It's not meant to last. The reason why you use an identical system for recording is because you have to be able to understand it consistently in a historical sense. The reason it doesn't matter when we're communicating is because it's not being recorded, so there's no need for it to always be the same. Do it. Do it. Yes, that I can do.
unlimited power.
Unlimited power. Psst. Well, I mean, honestly, we're recording them to YouTube, so why is it necessary for us to write down the moves at all? That, like, using that as a
Fuck.
reason, what?
I'm on 0%.
Oh yeah, guys, his phone's probably gonna die soon, so you'll just have to accept that you're wrong.
I'm gonna stream from my computer when my phone dies.
Well, no, but in the sense that the communications would be recorded, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's invalid, because they're not necessary once they become recorded. Because somebody else could always